How's it going, guys? This is Oddly Unorthodox, and let's talk about the Empire. So I've decided to try and make a tactic video for each faction. This is not the tactic video for the Empire, because this is me at the moment just sort of messing around with their units and trying to get a gist of what I feel is best. I'm still going to upload commentaries explaining what I enjoy in the factions, but I won't do faction videos unless I've managed to get a few games under them and get a bit of an understanding, do a little bit of research. So this is my sort of mismatched build, and let me explain to you the theory behind my mismatched build. I've gone triple handgunners. We've got Volkmar the Grim on his Jade Griffin, the Sunmaker, the Hammer of the Witches, the Royal Altdorf Griffites, and then we've got 1, 2, 3 squads of Flagellants, 2 Halberdiers and 3 Swordsmen. The idea being that I took the Demi-Griffinites in case the Beastmen had put anything behind us, which they had, because you know they're anti-large, armour piercing. They're really going to make Centaur's lives pretty bad. Also pretty good at taking out Monitors. Halberds again for the same reason, having that anti-large threat. And then the Flagellants just because I like them with Volkmar the Grim. I'm not going to lie to you guys, I didn't take them for a specific tech piece. I just like them. So I knew there would be some units behind us from the Beastmen. I didn't expect them to be that far behind us. So straight away in my head, the first thing you should always do when playing against a Wood Elf player or a Beastman player is go take a look at behind you and also look on the minimap. The minimap will tell you quite quickly. So what I do is I move the handgunners back. The handgunners will shoot the harpies out the sky quite easily. And you know, as you can see, these gore herds are breaking as well. The handgunners putting in a few shots into them, and then you've got the Bretonnian stuff as well, breaking them off. And then I'll send the Royal Altdorf Griff Knights over here to go support the Bretonnian without taking out these Centaurs, because the Centaurs look like they did not want anything to do with me. So as you can see, the handgunners are shooting the harpies out the sky. He decides he's going to destroy that blessed field trebuchet, which, you know, I'm all the more for. Ain't my trebuchet, so I'll take that. We send the Griffites out. Oh, that was so close, but it missed. Did that hurt me? The Sunmaker is out being a pest, hitting some Plague Monks, some Rattling Gunners. Ikit Claw is on his tiny wheel, not the big wheel, the little wheel, and he's being shot in the face by a cannon. Not ideal for old Ikit. So what I've learned about when playing the Empire is you can play like a sweaty tryhard and make a horrible boxer and never help your friends, or you can do what I did, take 2 artillery and probably lose them near the start of the game, but you can have fun at the same time. Playing the Empire is very similar to the Dwarfs. In my Dwarfen video earlier I mentioned that the Dwarfs are a good starter faction due to they don't have access to cavalry. And I mean that in a way that you don't have to then worry about cavalry. And you don't really have to worry about leadership too much because you're Dwarfs and they're hard as nails. So we're still upsetting those Teeth Rattlers. I most definitely should have set the Sunmaker to shoot something else. Volkmar is doing what Volkmar does, and he's running around with his Flagellants using his buffs. And then you can see at this point we managed to get rid of the threat from behind. So now we look forward. We've got Clan Rats with shields coming in, move those guys up, the Halberdiers move up, because now we need to protect the front line a little bit. We want to shut down those Rattling Guns as soon as possible, so we do banish them. Obviously Volkmar gets 2 casts of banishment. Quite a nice thing for him to have just as like a character spell, so doesn't cost Winds of Magic. And I'll talk to you guys about this a lot. Always split your ranged up, it allows you to make firing lanes, and you can see here now, if they send 1 squad after me to try and break 1 gunner, the other 2 can turn around and shoot. Try not to group them all on top of each other. Now we broke off these Centaurs. What's that, Flensing Ruin? Which I'm not too mad about. Yeah, the Sunmakers took a battering. but I prefer the Hammer of the Witches anyway. And that's still perfectly fine with nearly all of its ammo left. Has it even been shooting all game? So straight away we now send our units back out. Volkmar is being a pest with 50 kills. Obviously Volkmar also heals on top of his Jade Griffin, which is nice. He's just running people over. Left, right and centre. Look at him go. Oh, stuck on some plague rats. But, you know, we've got handgunners, you know, so you notice that the little harpies come back. And we can turn around and put some shots in them. More than happy to. My halberdiers go on a wild goose chase and get stuck in by 3 squads, but they're mainly Ungors, so it's fine. And now I'll go to push to take out their ranged threats, as I've dealt with pretty much all of their threats. Now Gorich is here, who is quite an annoyance, so I send those guys back to beat him up, and then I also fill him with holes. That being the idea that we don't really want to fight it fair, so we're going to shoot it. The greatest strategy going, I know. The flagellants run up to take out the rattling gunners, and at this moment I'm just trying to be as annoying as possible. The Griffites, I was a happy trade for Gorich, if I'm honest. I just wanted to kill Gorich and get rid of him. Is that another Flensing Ruin? I think it is. But I'm happy for him to sit there and cast Flensing Ruin, because in the day he has taken a lot of handgunner shots for it. And especially now that those guys are on him, that's Psychic Claw pretty much done. We pop our buffs again, and then I'm pretty sure we bait them in. Get them all into a nice bubble. And then you can see the damage resistance, the melee attack, and the banishment on top of me as well. You know, if you know you've got AoE spells, as you've seen on my Nurgle videos and all my other high elf videos and stuff like that, you know, make sure you get them like that. Get the enemy interested in bulking up all of his units on you. And smash him with them. So the cannon actually came back because they are truly legendary cannons. And then I decide to try and help old Albric over here, because apparently his own... Oh no, now the Pegasus Knights want to come over. He is having a harsh time with those. So you can hear the cannons going. And then we dissuade Kazrak from coming over here because he doesn't want to take the handgunner fire. He don't want the smoke. And at this point, I know the game's looking pretty sweet. Albric is getting absolutely buttered by those Minotaurs, but it happens. Gorich has decided he wants to come back with 329 HP. All of his buffs popped, but I decide not today, and I'll fill him with holes. And now we decide the cannon shall fill Kazrak with holes because we don't really like him either. And the enemy's got quite like a ragtag bunch of units left, but I know if I just send a little force together with Volkmar, we can buff them and smash them to pieces. Kazrak has gone off on his chariot. Can't catch him, he's a bit too fast for me. So we decide to go find something else to shoot. Oh, this Ungor Horde's gunning for me. Meanwhile, my cannon is still trying to shoot Kazrak. And I think he's actually hitting. Nice. There's nothing that... There's no real... I mean, he could amass all of his Plague Monks that he's got left and stuff like that on top of me, but I think he hasn't got enough left to deal with Volkmar. And there's still a lot of cavalry running around. You know, still got some Knights of the Realm over here. A very healthy squad of Pegasus Knights here. And we're just shooting cannons at the Minotaurs and Kazrak because we don't particularly like the Minotaurs or Kazrak. And I don't really want to fight them in melee. So we are running and kiting from the Ungor Spearman herd because I don't want to fight them. And this is the importance. Make sure you choose your battles. So you see that I sacrifice a squad of handgunners here to halt the Ungor Spearmen, so I can send the handgunners over to deal with the Minotaurs and Kazrak. So I know as soon as Kazrak and the Minotaurs are dead, there's nothing that can really deal with my man on the Jade Griffin over there who's popping his buffs. And just like that, we put holes in Kazrak, and that's GG. Let's go have a look at some of these values, see what we're working with, see if there's anything that'll change, as we are trying to learn the Empire. The Sunmaker didn't do bad, seeing as I just left it out to dry. The Hammer of the Witches did great. These Flagellants did okay. These Flagellants did okay. They did alright. Volkmar just did alright, but I had a lot of HP and a lot of regen left, so I can't judge them off that. The Griffites did very well, especially since I put them in a roughish fight. The Handgunners held their own. The Swordsmen did okay. Halberdiers did pretty crap, but it is what it is. Overall, a good game to get me into the Empire, I feel. After a few more games, I think I'm about to get a feel of what I'm enjoying and stuff like that, and I'm about to release the Empire Tactic video. Thank you for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe. You feel free to comment builds, armies you want to see next, and I'll try and do them in the order that you guys would prefer. But, as always, catch you on the next one.